Welcome back to the InStep podcast. We're so glad you're here. If you just favor, like, subscribe, you can find us over at InStep on Instagram and on YouTube, and also Harvest.247 Instagram and YouTube. And we're glad that you're back with us. Today, we're going to talk about faith and social media and technology. And we have a debut person on our podcast today, and her name is Margaret. How are you, Margaret?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, I
Great to
forgot
see
what
you.
you're talking about.
Margaret, if you know, she has a week from today, and she is moving to Clemson, to attend Clemson.
Yes.
Super proud of you.
Thank you.
That's exciting and terrifying all at the same time,
Gamecocks is
right?
better though.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm neither a Clemson nor Gamecock fan, and I will tell you that the Gamecocks are not better.
Well, you're Georgia, so
My dad is diehard.
Yes, we're better than
Gamecock,
both,
so
so that's fine.
okay.
You missed that one.
What?
I said yes, we're Georgia. We're better than both. You're correct.
Okay.
Mackenzie.
I don't
Thank you.
care.
It's all good. It's all good. So today we're going to talk about the role that social media and technology play. And before the first podcast we recorded today, we were talking about like Apple Vision Pro, because when we were in New York, Micah and I, or my middle son and I, got a 20-minute demo.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it was amazing. It's like amazing. I don't know that it's worth $3,500 amazing, but it was amazing to do that. And so technology is just changing. We're talking about AI and how AI is changing things, and how like eventually we'll have planes driven by AI.
That's scary.
I mean, there's part of it that's scary, and part of it that's like,
That's true.
Have y'all heard about like the self-driving cars?
yes, I've rode in one.
What?
Yeah, and I did it. We were in, I think, Los Angeles. I was in Los Angeles one time. I think it was Los Angeles, or maybe it was in Orlando, and I called an Uber. And so this car pulls up, and it had no driver.
That's scary.
It was completely, computer driven.
I would be worried about like defensive driving. Like how good
For
as
real,
it
though.
is
All
at
right, so
dodging
here's
stuff.
the thing. This was really fascinating. So I get into this car. Okay, I shut the door, and it starts to go. It's got all of these sensors all over the car, and it never went over the speed limit. It was programmed to go the speed limit at all times,
That's cool.
and it
I need that.
was braking all this stuff. Oh, and another thing about technology, since we're talking about this, I think it's fascinating too. One of the times when we were in New York and we were coming back from SummerSlam, we got an Uber, and it was a 2025 Tesla.
Nice.
And there was this point in the drive that the driver had to slam on brakes. And so like me and the boys are talking to him about the Tesla, because they love Teslas, especially Caleb. He loves Teslas and all that stuff. And it's just awesome. And we were talking to him, and he said, well, brakes on Teslas last 500,000 miles. And I said, how is that even possible? He said, when I slammed on brakes, it was the first time that I ever applied the brake in the entire car ride.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
And I said, what do you mean? He said, when I put my foot off the accelerator, the sensors of the car will sense where everything else is, and it will actually slow down and stop for me, which is why brakes on Teslas last so much longer, because I'm not tapping them constantly. I just let up off the accelerator, and it will gradually do the brake. And I'm like, this is incredible.
I need
That's
that.
crazy.
I can't drive.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
It is
I
insane.
literally
It was so
cannot
cool.
drive.
My mom has a Volvo, I guess, and hers like, well, it doesn't do that, but like if there's a car in front of her and like it thinks that she's gonna hit it, it like slams on brakes for her. Like
That's
it
awesome.
just stops. It's
I
like
really need
It's
that.
so cool.
technology is crazy. Like
Technology is crazy. So yeah, rode in those. It's going to be awesome. Like the future's going to be fantastic and terrifying at the same time. Kind of like going to Clemson. Same experience, right? So, but yeah, technology and faith is a whole new dynamic that growing up, I didn't have to deal with. Mr. Dennis didn't have to deal with, but your generation is having to deal with. And so the question would be is like, how do you think that social media is shaping how we see ourselves, and does that always line up with how God sees us?
I think that social media, like whenever you see people on social media and it's like girls or guys or whoever, and you automatically want to compare yourself because that's what it's
Yes.
there for. They only show you the best parts.
Yeah.
And so God sees the whole, and you don't. And so whenever you compare yourself to somebody else, you don't see what God sees. Like, you're like, oh, they're better at this. They look, they go to the gym more. They, have money. They go on vacation. But, like, that's not the reality. And so you're only seeing half the picture when God sees the whole picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. What do you want to add on that, Mackenzie?
Same thing. Like, you judge yourself when you're looking at all these people because, like he said, they don't show you the true side of them. Even when they're doing the get ready with me in the morning, they get up before and get ready, and then they get back in bed. Like, it is so fake, but people think it's real. And they're like, I should be like that. I should wake up like that. I should.
I mean, I do wake up like this, but it's fine.
Whatever.
Okay. We can't all be PJ. Okay?
Yeah, we can't all be like you. But you like, criticize yourself because you're like, I look like a mess. My hair's a mess. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but
I don't wake up with my hair perfectly
I don't
curled.
wake up perfect.
Like, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm like, you can't be perfect. And so you
And I
judge
think
yourself.
also, like, God sees you for who you are. And then when you always, like, nitpick yourself and, like, you only focus on your flaws, like, you're not seeing yourself the
It's
way
not
that
good
God
for you
sees
either. Because, yeah, you see someone, you go straight to, oh, I wish I had her hair, or I wish I had her eyes.
Yeah.
And it's like, God made you for who you are. God made you perfect in his
Right.
eyes. You are exactly how you're supposed to be. You don't want to be like other people because you are perfect how God made you.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's right. Landon, how about you? You're a dude, so how does this social media impact you from a male perspective?
I would just say people on social media, they really love comparing things and people. They love it a lot.
Yeah.
And like as you said, we're not perfect, but God does see us as we are.
Mm-hmm.
And we are perfect in his image.
Yeah.
perfect,
Like we are
but like he made
in his eyes.
Yeah, in his eyes. Well, we're perfectly justified to him, right? Like, what's interesting though is like when we view ourselves, we see all of our flaws, right? When we look in the mirror, we're like, oh my gosh,
I got a pimple there. What's
Oh
going
yeah,
on?
yeah, right. Like that's what we do. But when we see other people, we don't do that oftentimes, right? We look at all of their best qualities, and I think it's interesting that we know that about ourselves, and yet
You still can't do anything about it.
can't do anything about it, right? It's the thing that you do.
One of the things that I like criticize myself on a lot is, especially doing these podcasts, like I can see it more because I don't want to watch them because my voice in the video.
But everybody's voice sounds
everybody's
different.
voice sounds differently, but it's like when I hear your voice on it or like someone else's, I don't think, oh, it sounds weird. I'm like, that's
You're like,
their
that sounds
voice.
like them.
Yeah, it sounds like them. But
But-
when I hear mine, it's like
Did you know
hate
that
this.
like in life your voice sounds deeper to you than everybody else because in your brain it's like reverberating, and so like you
Interesting.
never that's why your voice sounds so funny on videos because you never hear what you actually sound like until you watch a video.
Ooh.
And you're so used to hearing yourself, so you're like, I don't sound like that. Why does that's weird. And then but really like everybody else is like
think
it's like, oh,
It's
that
normal.
sounds like you. Like, why do you think? And it does change a little bit, but for the most part, they're like, oh, that sounds like Mackenzie. That sounds like PJ.
dang, I
But
did
like,
not know
you
that.
think that, who is that? That's weird.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true because I hate listening
I do
to
too.
myself because I'm like, what is that? I hate that. Yeah, I do think that is kind of what you were talking about. Like you see other people's posts, the getting ready kind of stuff and all that stuff, and you're like, man, it's a distorted view into their life that they're only posting those types of things, and you're seeing all of the mess and you're seeing all the highlights and all the lowlights of your life. You're like, man, I want to aspire to be like that. I want to aspire to go on vacation like that. I want to aspire to have a house like that. And like you said, most of the time that's just not, those things are not
Yeah,
true.
it's not.
They could be going on like these crazy vacations, but secretly they're like $20,000 in debt, and it's like,
Yes.
and it's like, okay, what are your priorities? Like,
That's right.
because some people's priorities is social media, and their whole goal is to get views, and so it doesn't matter how much they spend because their goal is to make it back. Whereas you, like, your goal might be school. So, like, you can't go on these crazy vacations because you have to pay for school.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah, and we talked about that in an earlier podcast. Like, how does the desire for likes and follows and all of that drive us to unhealthy habits, right? Or posting things that are not actually true because we want to feel like, oh, I have so many followers, or I had so many likes on this post, right? Or whatever. And like, I know that you run in my kid's Espros account. It's super cool when they get a video that's like 2,800 views.
Yeah.
Like, that's exciting. And then you're like, oh, what can I do to this? But you can't follow in the trap of doing that all of the time.
Right.
Right. And so, and maybe this is something good for this podcast, but like, they've taken a little bit of a break over the summer from posting, because once we went on our trip to Los Angeles and they were getting like 2,800 views, which because you helped us out with a lot, and like 1,500 views, whatever, I noticed that like Caleb was consumed with doing things that would get them views. And I'm like, I don't know that that's healthy for a 12-year-old to do that, right? It's fun, but we don't need to go down that road.
It's a cool experience, but also, like, bring it back to reality. Like, this can't be your whole life. Like,
that's right. You're a kid, dude.
Yeah, like, school, friends, like, sports, whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's right.
So I had a YouTube channel, and I still do, but I didn't tell my parents about it. So that's the one reason I got in trouble, like, a lot, is for that, like, hiding stuff behind their back. So this YouTube channel, they found out about it not too long later, and I was doing so well. So I was like, okay, I've got to keep doing this. And I would be like, okay, I got to post every day, or at least like a lot. And it was getting to the point where it was really bad. And so once my parents finally was like, okay, you got to stop. Like, you didn't ask us to do this. So until you can come up to us and ask us again if you can do this, you can't do anything. So I couldn't post. So recently I was like, hey, we were in the car on the way to cheer practice, and I talked to my dad. I was like, hey, so can I post about the Instep podcast and post about this stuff so we can reach more people, because of my YouTube channel has more people. And I'm like, I don't want to post. I do want to post for myself, but I don't need to do that. If I just post about this, it's like, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So I had took like a 2 or 3 month break, and I was like, this is not. I was like, I could tell. I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I need to do this, but I couldn't. So it gets very addicting.
Yeah. So how do you know when social media gets addicting? Like, what are the internal alarms or red lights that go off in your head, right? That you're like, man, this is becoming too much. I need to sit this down. I need to take a break.
When you can't stop, like when you feel like you have to do it. There's nothing you prioritize that over anything else.
Yeah.
Or it's like you get up in the morning and it's like the first thing you check is Snapchat or Instagram or whatever it is, or like
Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. I'm old though.
Or like, cause I know a couple of times like I've given up social media for Lent. Like, I don't know if y'all do Lent, but
yep.
And it's so weird. Like, I never want to be I don't want to be on my phone, or like.
Exactly.
Or, like, for the first couple of days, it's like, I go to open the app, I'm like, just kidding. Like, I delete it, and I'm like, dang, like, I can't get on it. And then, after a while, you feel lighter. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
Because you're not always comparing yourself.
Screen time's not 12 hours.
Well, yeah, because I gave it up for Lent this year. Yeah. And after a while, I was like, man, this is so nice.
It is so
like,
nice.
I don't have to worry about, like, everything else. Like, what's going on in the world. I can just be myself. Like,
that's right. You can just live your life.
Yeah.
Right? It's great. Like, I don't have a Facebook account. And I'm kind of like, I love that. Because somebody can say, well, did you see what happened? No, I didn't.
No, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't. Now, the thing is I don't know people's birthdays.
Oh.
But I'll tell them, I'm like, sorry, I don't have a Facebook account, so I don't know everybody's birthday now.
Yeah.
But even that, to a certain degree, is a little bit freeing. Not because I don't want to wish people a happy birthday, but I'm
like
free of the
constantly check it,
expectation or the oh my gosh, I gotta, right?
I
Let
check
me check
every
whose
day.
birthday it is.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
If I don't tell him happy birthday, I'm a bad friend. Like, no.
That's right.
You just don't know. Like,
If you don't know, you don't know.
if you're not close enough to have somebody's birthday memorized, then it shouldn't be an obligation to
Yes.
like
To
text
constantly
them.
wish them happy
Mhm.
birthday.
That's right. That's a very good statement,
It is.
Margaret Cooper.
Thank
That's
you.
great. Yeah. Landon, you got any thoughts on this? When does social media become too much?
I don't have social media, and you do.
I don't. Okay. Well, I did. My account on Instagram did get banned. So
Why did it get
Hey, how did
banned?
it get banned? What happened?
honestly, I don't even know.
You know that when he says I don't know, he knows he knows. What?
No, I don't.
You don't.
Like
It got
it
banned.
didn't tell me. It didn't tell me
Awesome.
nothing.
So you are canceled.
Well, it's like disabled.
Mm.
So
We're gonna
it's
say canceled.
suspended.
How does it feel to be canceled? When a said person would be canceled, how does that feel?
Yeah. how
Well,
does that
I
feel?
wouldn't really care about the Instagram part, but I can't even play my Oculus anymore.
What's Oculus?
A
Sorry, I don't
VR.
know.
Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can play ours while you're here if you want to. No, you're good.
yeah,
You're
Next
on a
time you have a
break from VR.
break.
That's
Oh,
good.
well, I was
Then I have to
saying
wait-
like.
Then I have to
you-
wait like 180 days.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And your mom does too. So.
Can you get it appealed? Like, can
Yeah,
you
I
like?
submitted it like last week, but haven't gotten anything. So.
Dang.
The Instagram appeal court. That's awesome.
I had a friend actually just text me last night, but like I wouldn't think anything of it, but she DM'd me on Instagram, which instead of just texting me and was like, hey, my account got banned. Like, can you like send this to somebody or do? And I was
Mm.
like, this seems like a scam. So I didn't I followed her back because she followed me. And I knew who it was because we had gone to school together for a long time.
Yeah.
And so I followed her back, and then she sent me that, and then I didn't respond, and then they texted me again. I still haven't responded because
That's
I'm
good.
like,
It's probably a scam.
I don't, yeah. And I thought about like just texting her like on messages, but then I was like, it's not that big of a deal. She'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If
That's
it
true.
actually
If
is
she really
her.
wants it, she'll text you.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. Like
Yeah,
it's
she
not
will
that
figure
big.
it
She
out.
has other friends. Like it's
That's smart. All right. How can, as being a believer, how can Christians be a light on social media? You know, without being too preachy, without being all that, like, what is the opportunity there for us to have a positive biblical influence online?
You want to go first?
Sure. I feel bad. I keep talking.
No, you're
about-
good.
No,
You're
you're
good.
great.
There's I don't know if this exactly aligns with what you're asking, but I go to Chrysalis, and I don't know if you know what that is, but
Yep.
one of the girls there, her name is Layla, and she's like really big really big in Chrysalis. Like she goes to all the flights and whatnot. But she actually got saved from somebody on TikTok that was doing a live. Like was like
Oh, awesome.
and so it was like really late at night, and she was just like watching this person's live, and then just decided that she had been thinking because her family's not religious and like doesn't go to church, and so she had been, I guess, thinking about it for a while, and then saw that person's live and was like, yes, like I'm gonna give my life, and then gave her life to Christ.
That's
like
awesome.
that night. So like
Yep. So there's opportunity, right? Reaching people that are not in your immediate sphere,
yeah.
right? There's an opportunity. What else?
So when I started the YouTube channel, I didn't post myself because like nobody knew about it, so I was trying to like keep it down low or whatever, which is not good. But I was
Incognito.
But no, I was posting like these motivational quotes or whatever, like help, like all of that, like just with a Christian song behind it, and it's like a picture of a sunset or something like that. So I would just post those constantly.
Yeah.
Could just there's this one guy on YouTube. I came across one of his lives, and he was just like having like a devotional with everybody, and they would send him Bible verses to read or whatever,
Okay.
and he would like explain them, and it was really cool. I've watched a few of them, and they were just like him having a conversation with people he didn't even know.
Yeah.
But he, like, some people were saying in the comments how they got saved because of him,
Mm-hmm.
because he's just talking to them and having a conversation, and it's
Yeah.
really cool.
I mean, and you guys are using, YouTube to record and launch this podcast for a positive thing too, right? To have some sort of, maybe in a different way, more of a conversation, a little bit more authentic way, right? We're having these conversations, not necessarily a Bible study, but testimony, life experience, right? So those are all real positive
Right.
ways to influence others and have a nice influence, because you never know who's going to watch these that's struggling with technology or any topic that we have, and say, man, I really appreciated that perspective or that story or them sharing, right? You never know. Lanny, you got something?
Yeah, sometimes I just like doom scroll on TikTok because I feel like I don't have anything else to do. Like
I do
like
that too, though.
I just scroll on it for hours, and then like my For You page is filled with like Christian TikToks and like people reading the word. Like it's just filled with it, and I don't have a problem with it at all. Like I love it, and
Yeah, that's a way.
there's
You
a
can do
way.
it.
I think another way, like, kind of, because we were talking about, like, without being explicitly, like, Bible study, like,
Mhm.
just, like, kind of, like, exposure, but without being into my space.
Yeah.
Is, like, on your, if you, like, post on Instagram or something, like, maybe, like, instead of posting something that would be, like, maybe, like, on the beach and you're like in your bikini or whatever, like, not saying that that's bad, like, I'm not saying that's wrong, but I'm saying, like, also just be, like, mindful of, like, what you are putting on the internet,
That's right.
and, like, focusing sometimes maybe, like, your content more on, like, positive things instead of, like, 'cause sometimes people post on their Snapchat stories, like, did you see this, like, this person got arrested and this person, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, or you could just not say anything.
That's right.
You could just leave it alone,
That's
because
right.
it's not, it has nothing to do with you. It's none of your business. Like, and sometimes, and people don't need, like, their entire life blasted on the internet. Like,
That's right.
you post something positive.
That's right. Agreed.
And you also, like, just because it's trending does not mean you have to post it. Like, people think, oh, because it's trending, it has to be posted.
Right.
It's not always good.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. Like,
Yeah, like,
right.
you don't have to, you can be yourself. That's kind of, I thought, what the point of social media was. Like, you be yourself,
yourself,
like,
yeah.
post whatever, like, is
Have fun.
represents you. But, like, whenever you fall into the trap of everybody else is doing this, so that means I need to too, when maybe it doesn't necessarily align with your beliefs, it can be negative.
Yeah, I do think that that's important, right? Is having your social media aligned with your values, and using it for, like, what do you want to do? So, like, one of the things, like, that reasons that we're doing podcasts and doing things like that is we wanted, as from a church perspective, we had a conversation to talk about, we didn't want to just do things that promote, right? We wanted to do things that actually served people, right? And that doesn't mean, and even like with the podcasts and stuff, initially it was one of those situations where I was like, well, we're not getting all these followers, we're not getting all this kind of stuff. But when we went to Europe earlier this year, one of the pastors said, we just do testimonies for our people. And we use them to tell our people, hey, we have these testimonies if you're struggling, but we also have these testimonies that if you're talking with someone and you don't quite know how to share about that circumstance, if you know that we have a podcast about it, you can just share the episodes. Hey, would you listen to this for 30 minutes? Because this person went through what you're going through, and that might help you. And that changed my perspective of let's do things that will serve others. Let's use our voice, because we have people that have a voice, to serve others online instead of always having to promote and gain all these followers, right? Like, don't stop doing something because you're not blowing up and now have 100,000 people subscribe to your channel. Do it because you're serving the people that are within your sphere, right, of influence. Even if it's 50 people, you can make a huge difference in 50 people's life if you're sharing your story, and that matters. Yeah. Right? It matters.
even though you might not have like 100,000 followers, you're still reaching more people than you could reach just like in your friend group.
Absolutely.
You're reaching one, even if it's one person that views it, that person is hearing about it. It doesn't have to be 100,000 people. Yeah. The little.
Well, it's like the thing of years ago, in Colorado, I would become obsessed because our church was growing. So then I was obsessed with like attendance numbers and all this stuff. And I remember the Lord asking me, like, how many people do you deserve to come on a Sunday morning? And I'm like, 50. And he's like, you deserve 0. So if I just send 1, and I'm like, yeah, if you just send 1, then it's a blessing.
It's one more than
It's
before.
one more. And so, when you use what God's taught you to make a difference. And the other thing about living it online, doing this online, is it's not just for when we post it. You never know who's going to stumble across it a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. It lands there and it sits there and it's
like the Bible, like, they talk about those things that happened like 2,000 years ago, and you're like, bro, this will never apply to me. But every day, every single day, you like,
More of it's happening.
somebody else already went through this.
That's
which
right.
Means I can do it.
Well, and then what's crazy about the Bible that I think is so interesting is you could, let's say you're reading the story of Moses in the burning bush, and you read it, and you're in a certain area of your life, and so it speaks to you in this way. 5 years later, you start reading the story of the Moses in the burning bush, and you're in a different life stage than you were in, and you're like, oh, it's speaking to me completely different than it did 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's great.
Right? It's like
It like changes with you, but it doesn't. Like, just you change.
It doesn't
around
change,
it.
but yeah.
That's right. You change around it, and it says something different. And it's like if I'm going to preach on a passage that I've already preached on, the old notes, I don't even reference the old notes. I just start all over again because God's going to say something different in it, right? And so that's the blessing. So what boundaries or habits have you guys used to kind of stay mentally and spiritually healthy when it comes to interacting with technology? And you can say I don't have any, because you had a story before when we were talking about this beforehand, like offline, you had a really good story that was great. You're like, I haven't really mastered it. I've tried this, I've tried that.
Yeah.
But they haven't worked.
So, yeah, I've tried to stop myself because my screen time is terrible. And it works for a few days, and then I'm like, but I'm just going to put in the screen time password and give myself another 15 minutes to an hour. And I'll do it a lot, and it's like, it's not good. And I try, like, everybody can try, but it's just like, you have to get out of that habit. And that takes like, isn't it like 27 days or something like that so you can break a habit?
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to be consistent with it. And if you press it one time to put the screen time password in and give yourself more time, you've already got to restart.
Yep.
And it is so hard. So
I think also it's hard for teenagers because, and like, I'm not saying it's not hard for adults too, but being, whenever, like, as a teenager, your whole life, like, all of your friends are on social media, all of, you know, whatever is, your whole life is on social media, which is not necessarily, that's not a good thing, and I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying, like, that's the reality.
It's just the reality of the world we live in now, right? Like
right.
So many things are online.
And so, like, it's hard for teenagers, especially in the summertime. Like, you're not in school, you don't really have, unless you don't have a job, you don't have something like, you don't have something else to do to distract you from wanting to get on your phone, be on social media. And so it's good to, like, break habits. And because once school starts back, okay, you have homework, school, sports.
Yeah, more structure.
that's why I like it when I'm busier, or like if I'm with the people I'm going to text a lot or something, then I'm not on my phone.
Yeah.
And it's better to be with the person than texting constantly.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Absolutely.
you're in person.
Can you drive?
No.
Can you drive?
He's younger than me.
Oh.
I mean, I could drive right now, but I suck at it, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, so, like, not being able to drive also
It makes it
limits your
harder.
ability to, like, get out and, like,
Yeah, and do things.
So yeah, if I'm busy, I know I'm like, okay, I can't be on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have to be stuck to my phone. So if I'm in the pool or at the beach, it's like, oh, my phone's over there. Yet I'm still worried about what's going on, but I don't get out every 2 minutes to check my phone.
Yeah.
It stays on the chair, and then I'm not worried about it.
Yep.
So I like it when I'm more busy, but not cleaning.
That's good.
If my parents are watching.
You got anything, Landon? You got anything you should share? Any kind of boundaries or anything you put around technology or phone besides getting canceled? Which is a great strategy, by the way.
For real. That wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give you credit for it. You should just own it. Just be like, yeah, you're right. It was awesome.
I get it. But me, I don't even have screen time on my phone. But also, I'm not on my phone all day. So, usually, you just need to, like, set your priorities straight, because your phone and video games and social media it's not your life. It shouldn't be your life. And, like, let's just say, I wasn't gonna.
Okay.
So I'm on video games for a few hours, like 2 hours, and then I get off, maybe like take a shower and like spend time with my family, go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Touch grass. Yeah, you go outside for a little bit, maybe watch a movie with your family.
Yes.
That's what you got to do.
Are we gonna name this episode "Touch Grass"?
We should.
Yeah,
That'd be
this
funny.
is the Touch Grass episode. I've learned to that if I put my phone in the other room, it helps so much.
Yeah, because then you can't just be like, out of habit, just be like, oh, let me check my phone.
Yeah.
Because it's not there. So you're like, because I know, like, whenever I go to camp or like when I was younger and I'd go to camp or like go to Chrysalis,
Yeah.
like, you're not allowed to have your phone. And so I know some people brought theirs, but I left mine in the truck. And so for the first like couple hours, you're like, oh, let me see what time it is. Oh, let me check my phone, see who texted me. But then it's like, after a while, you just
Don't care.
don't care
You don't
anymore.
care. You just
And so I-
forget.
You
And so I
check
think
back into
that's-
reality.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay, like, instead of, like, seeing who snapped me, let's talk to the person next to me, or, like,
That's
let me
right.
go walk
Real.
around or something.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah, and I think putting it on Do Not Disturb is helpful too, because then you don't have,
Yeah.
and I don't have notifications. So those are like practical things you can do to not, because you don't have all these notifications going off all the time. I'm like, oh man, let me check that. And like the research is actually shows that like all the notification, everything is actually like a dopamine hit, right? The
Yeah.
likes are like a dopamine hit, like, so we do get addicted to it. There is a chemical thing that happens in our brain when we get a notification that somebody liked our post, or when we get a notification that this is going on. And so that's not necessarily healthy, right? So, all right, let's do this final question. This is kind of a fun one. If Jesus had Instagram or TikTok today, what kind of content do you think he would post, or what kind of content do you think he would avoid?
I think he would avoid what's like actually like trending and everything, just because he wants to. He's different. He's different in a really good way.
Yeah.
So like
He's other, like, not.
he's how
Wild
people
world.
should be.
Post dance videos.
He
Jesus
would
dancing
post
on,
dance-
walking on water, dancing.
Yes.
I feel like.
Dancing on water. I think that would actually be
I feel
one.
like he would be like debunking all the doomsdayers. They're like, Jesus coming back in like a week. He'd be like,
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
When you least expect it,
When you least
Yeah.
expect it. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
nobody will know. This
Yeah.
happens.
I'm still thinking about the Jesus dancing on water video. It's kind of funny. But nonetheless, anything else you think he would do? Post, avoid?
Those videos where they're like, if you don't follow me right now, then
mom, or you don't
you hate Jesus. Like,
Those are so.
those
Yeah, I
are
don't think he
so
would do that,
annoying.
Or
right?
like the like,
avoid it.
yeah.
Avoid.
Or like the videos, and it's like the first thing they say, it's like, something like, if you follow Jesus, or if you love Jesus, like, watch this whole video, send it to your friends, like, that kind of
Those
thing.
get so annoying. I mean, there is stuff wrong with it because they're just doing it for views,
Well, like,
and you
if-
feel
yeah.
it makes you feel bad, or
You
in the
feel
middle
guilty.
or in the middle of a video, and like after this, like if you don't save this or if you don't share
I just
this,
skip it. I'm like, no.
yeah,
That
if you don't, but then it's like you want to hear the rest of the story.
Oh, my thing is like, if the first thing that they say is save this video and send it to your friends so that they can like follow Jesus, I'm like, no, because you're not doing it for the right reason. So
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
Yeah.
That's
like,
right.
there's no point.
Yeah.
They just use him.
I feel like because of how you see Jesus's popularity grow in the Gospels, he didn't promote. So I think his would be kind of like an organic like growth of his Facebook or TikTok or Instagram page.
I think he would just post his life, like what
I
he's
don't think-
doing. Like
yeah.
I don't think it would be like, follow me and watch me do like this crazy miracle. Like
Yeah,
no,
I
it'd
don't
be
think-
like this is where we're at. Like
Or he would be like, or he would like tell parables, and
Yeah.
then people would say, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing."
Yeah, I
need
don't
to
think
share
he
this."
would. I don't
Right.
think he would post like him doing miracles because like you don't need to see it to like you should believe it without. So it's like, yeah,
Although that would be cool.
that would be really cool. But I don't think he would.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be more of an organic, like groundswell of people that are like, man, have you heard this guy, Jesus? Have you heard this story that he told? And it's like a 45-second clip, or
I feel like
Or-
it would be like, you know, like when something like something crazy happens and like people take a video and then
Yes.
post. Like Jesus wouldn't post it, but like
Yeah.
other
Other
people would
people
post
would. Yeah,
him
yeah,
Doing
yeah.
yeah.
Or
Or like-
doing the miracle. They'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I was.
Look at this. This is crazy.
Maybe,
yeah,
like,
that'd be crazy.
him
Yeah, yeah,
explaining
yeah.
a Bible verse or something. Like him explaining some things in the Bible that could
Yeah.
be like misheard, something like that.
Yeah, I think that's great. I do think other people would post stuff though. They'd be
Oh,
like, oh
yeah.
my gosh,
Definitely.
Jesus just healed this blind man. It's amazing. I was there.
That's why there was no social media when Jesus was here. That's not why, but like it is.
They had
Yeah.
letters. Okay.
They had
You
letters,
could
yeah.
write
They had
letters
letters.
to people.
They had word of mouth.
Yeah.
They had gossip.
Yes,
have
they had
gossip now.
gossip.
Get
Yeah,
twisted.
that's the thing that's always been there is the gossip and the word of mouth kind of thing. So I think he would have had that. But hey, y'all did great. Thank you so much. It was great having you, Margaret. Well, I'm sure we'll have
you back on the next one.
on the next one. Yes, you'll be back on the next one. But hey, if you found this helpful for yourself or anybody, we'd love for you to subscribe and share it. And we'll see you next time. God bless you.